The underworld of the mining industry is exposed in the explosive new telenovela Black Gold, which premiered on BET Africa this week. Now, the story follows the life of Amanda Zungu, played by Nomalanga Shozi, and the Zungu family, who are at odds after her father dies. Now, the telenovela, produced by Black Brain Pictures, explores themes of lies, betrayal, and family deceit. Take a look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new Way to Mine, which falls under the Zungu land, has got 30 years of black gold, and there we're talking trillions.
This farm is bigger than the sugar cane growing on it. Bigger than the cows, the land, and all the people living on it.
We're gonna live in America.
Oh, me and my friend. Are you coming tomorrow? Where was it?
You think money will make us forget the blood on that land? There's no amount of money that will buy that land.
When are you leaving?
We gotta keep on digging until we find what we need.
But the mine can bring real change.
We're now joined by executive producer and director Mandla N and actress Dawn Thandeka King, who plays Florence. Good morning to the both of you, and thank you so much for your time.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always good to be here.
Thank you for waking up so early.
On a Saturday.
Yes,
I know, right?
yes. So I'll start with you as the producer, executive producer and director who had the vision for this storyline. Just give us a brief, more in-depth synopsis, and how did this come about in the first place?
Well, basically, the issues of land have been there, you know, especially in South Africa for a very, very long time. So we thought, how about, you know, putting a spotlight on a mining mogul? You understand, going through those types of issues. And then within that, we peppered it with the classic Cinderella story, classic Romeo and Juliet, and all set on the backdrop of mining. And that's why we've got Cruella de Vil, who is obviously the stepmom, who wants to take over the land. And she is obviously, you know, she's driven by love, and her lover is driven by power and taking over everything. And how far will they go? Will they even kill? You never know.
This is juicy. I mean, Dawn, what were your initial impressions when you first saw this character profile and the script?
What I liked is the fact that I've never played a stepmom. I've always ever played moms, very loving moms, encouraging moms. But this one, the twist is she gets to be a very cruel stepmom. And I'm loving that. I don't know why I'm loving that, but I'm loving how the hate just drives the performance between myself and Nomalanga. And we love it when we're going to do those scenes, but we're conscious of the fact that we need to remind each other that we love each other in real life, because it can get very intense in terms of the standoffs between Florence and Amanda.
Now, one thing about you, Mandla, is that you have an eye for talent. Besides the fact that, you know, someone like Dawn is already a renowned actress, but tell me about the selection of your cast.
Basically, you know, I've worked with Dawn for a very long time, on Lockdown, on Isita, on the Deep City, so many shows. You know, this is my go-to lady when it comes to performance. And also as well, I'm working with Archie Moroka. And you know, from a South African point of view, if you're looking at, you know, Selo Makekangube, you know, there's that nostalgia. So I wanted to basically get that and then pepper them with new talent, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things like set etiquette, and you need the golden legends to pass on that set etiquette, tips, everything to the younger actors. So I like mixing it so that it's not always the same or cosmetic type casting. People must look at it and feel like, ish, you know what, I can relate to those people, and that looks like my next door neighbor or anything like that. So that's why casting is extremely important. And it saves us a lot of time when everyone can just come on set knowing their lines and also performance. So the only thing that I have to deal with is just blocking and making sure that it looks good.
It's incredible because you're creating platform for our legends, and but also opening up the industry at the very same time. Now, you spoke about set etiquette. What was it like working on set with, I mean, people like Oselomake and also, you know, Nomalanga, who plays your stepdaughter?
Look, I'm very grateful to have a very humble cast. The first few days when we started shooting, we were on location. So it meant we were not in our green rooms, in the comfort of our green rooms, but you didn't have anyone throw tantrums. Everyone understood the fact that we're on location. We need to firstly get along, keep each other company while we're waiting, because, you know, that hurry up and wait is a real thing. But what do you do during hurry up and wait? When you're waiting, what are you doing? So at the beginning, we connected because we didn't know each other. Some of us hadn't worked together. So we connected during the time where we were waiting and we were shooting the first big scenes of the beginning of the story. So what I'm really loving is the humility and the willingness to learn. You know, when you have young people on set that are willing to learn, and older people that are willing to understand the young people, because there's, you know, I'm at 2000, we must do challenges, and you do that with them so that, you know, you keep the vibe going on set.
Right, right. So now, when it came to the direction of this entire telenovela, I mean, you clearly had a big vision for this.
Definitely. Direction is extremely important, and it starts in the pre-prod, it starts in the planning, so that when you get on set, you know, it's just autoplay, you know exactly. So we plan exactly like it's supposed to go. So I have a great team behind me, creative producer, Melissa Naimoli. What she does is she really works with the actors behind the scenes, so that by the time I get them on set, they're already hot, you know. And then also a big thing is I wanted the camera to constantly be moving, be flowing, because that's the world of mining. And South Africa as well, you know, it's unpredictable, it's always moving. So it's just constantly having a great visual language with my DP, which is Upapama, who really understood the brief and understood the type of camera movements and everything that I needed. And then performance as a director is everything. You have to focus on performance. And as I said, you know, I choose them right from the very beginning, so that I don't have to focus on performance that much, because they're always giving me juice. I call it juice, you know, they're always giving me juice. They're always on top of the game, and I've just been blessed over the years, you know, to have actors that have that ability. Yeah.
And now you went to school for this, I mean, and it comes through.
I did.
You can tell. So, Dawn, what do you hope people will take away from this experience, because it's an experience?
Firstly, I'm loving the fact that South Africa is already responding. In the first week, they're already stressed. And I'm like, what is stressing you guys? Because we haven't started. But I'm loving the reception, and I'm loving the fact that they understand the story and the diversity of the story. I mean, I don't think we have had a story that has so many different cultures in a while. We haven't had that in a while. So I'm loving the color that is showcased by our story, and I'm loving the realness of the stories that are happening in Black Gold. They are real, they're relatable. So, and I love the fact that we have social media and people are already feeding us back, you know, as into they love this character, they love that character, and why. You know, so I'm loving the fact that it's going to create conversation more than anything else.
It's even created conversation right here on set in the studio, because we've got crew members who are already addicted. Oh, wow. Like Darren, our floor manager, was going on about it. So now, okay, so it's a telenovela, and for the understanding of our viewers, what is that? It's not a soapy, it's not a drama series.
No, it's not a soapy, it's not a drama series. It's a limited telenovela, so it's 130 episodes. You know, that's the first season of it. And as Black Brain, it's a huge milestone, because it's our very first telenovela that we own. You know, we co-own with BET, you know, so we went into a huge partnership. So right now, you know, when you're really, you know, pushing the envelope and doing things yourself, it kind of, you know, you need people on your corner 24/7, and that's why we're blessed to have a very humble cast and also a humble partner as well that understands us, understands where we are going. So it is 130 episodes, and it's jam-packed. I think, you know, you can't go to Monday and watch episode 6. You need to actually binge, which is obviously tomorrow. You got to binge so that you can catch up.
What time?
What time tomorrow? I think it's the morning, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, it starts 8 o'clock, and yeah, it's on BET. You can binge, it's an omnibus.
All right,
Yeah.
Congratulations, sterling work. I'm tempted to say your best work, but everything you touch turns to gold. Well done on a powerful performance. Looking forward to binge watching.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you so much.